In this video, I'm gonna go over the proven scripts to schedule in leads coming in from your ads or telemarketing campaigns, as well as the best follow-up process that we've seen so far. I'll also share the follow-up techniques that we use and the importance of tracking leads in the buyer journey. I'll even throw in our zero competition solar lead generation script to make sure to over deliver for you guys today. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. So here's the 3 most crucial things that turn you into appointment setter pro in the solar space. And then starting out with number 1, lead reply time, I'm gonna start out with a short story I've heard the other day. And that was from another agency owner who sent out the same 1,000 leads to 2 clients. And this is not exclusive leads. Both clients got the exact same leads. At the end of 30 days, one of the clients came back and said, hey, I didn't manage to book or close anyone from this lead list that you provided to me. But the interesting thing was when the agency owner contacted the other client, he was like, I'm so grateful for the lead list that you provided me. I've booked in 30 meetings and closed 12 of them. So the agency owner invited the client that did very well with the leads onto a call to figure out why he was more successful than the other client. And it all came back to the lead reply time and the volume of calls this guy was making. He always calls up the leads immediately as soon as he gets them, and also never settled with just calling them up once, but actually follow up with them like a madman if they weren't picking up. So going back to this, there's really a few differences that differentiate the people to do well with online lead generation versus the people who say that online lead generation doesn't really work with paid advertisement or whatever. And that is actually calling up the lead instantly after getting that initial touch point. In fact, it raises the answer rate with up to 70% if you can manage to call them within 10 minutes. But why is that? And that is the one thing that most people fail to understand, because most people actually don't pick up the phone to an unknown number, which means that if they forgot or if it's out of their mind that they're expecting a phone call from a certain number or they opted into something months ago, well, then they're most likely not going to pick up the phone. Of course, there's going to be instances where people will pick up the phone even a few days after opting in and you calling them, but the best practices within the home improvement space is that you give them a call as soon as the leads come in and not later than 5 or 10 minutes. And number 2 is follow-ups. If you can reach someone right after they fill out an application, then don't worry. Sometimes people are not going to pick up the phone even 30 seconds after them signing up for something. So here's exactly what you do. First, add all of their information to your CRM so you can keep track of the customer journey and where they're currently at in the process. And don't give up calling them the first day either. Your procedure should be to double dial them at least 2 or 3 times a day for the next couple of days to make sure that you'll get a hold of them. And of course, every time they don't answer, make sure to send them out a text message with a question, and as soon as they reply, you call them up. Because not answering the phone doesn't mean that they're not interested, it just means that they're busy right now. So keep being patient and try different times of the day to get in touch with them. And also track every single lead coming in a pipeline similar to this. First one being new lead, where you auto send them an SMS with a quick question to make sure that they don't forget about us if we didn't manage to call them up within that first 5 or 10 minute mark. And the next phase should be no answer 1 for the people that didn't pick up the first time you called them up. Once again, make sure you have a system that automatically texts these people with a short question. Next up being no answer 2, 3, 4, etc., depending on how many follow-ups you want to do with them. Next up is for follow-ups, meaning the people that ask you to call later in the day, so you know exactly who you're going to follow up with the next day or in a couple of hours. Next up is booked appointment, where you should also have automation sending them over to a new tab 24 hours before the call called reconfirmation call. This is just to remind your appointment setters to call up the leads 24 hours before the call to make sure that both decision makers will be attending and that they will have the energy bills ready to whenever the appointment is due. Because to be honest, I've seen a lot of people, they're generating a good flow of leads, they're actually sitting a lot of the appointments, but they struggle to close because for some reason one or the other partner is not there and can't make the decision together. And then there's not qualified, no close, and of course 10 being thinking about it. And it's super important to never unqualify people that are saying, hey, this is not a good thing for me right now, but I'll be open to looking into it in a couple of months. So make sure you have a sequence that educates these people. If you have a YouTube channel, if you have something, make sure to have a list where all of these people are at one place where you can then go in 3 months and try to reactivate them once again. Moving on is actually setting the appointment itself. And what I've done for this video specifically, just to go that extra mile, is made one of our appointment setting scripts available completely for free. I'm giving this script away for free along with all the other assets I've shared on my journey as an agency owner in my free Facebook group called Zero Competition Solar, and the link can be found in the description and also as the pinned comment. So by following these strategies for effective solar appointment setting, you can significantly increase your chances of success, guaranteed. So number 1, don't forget to reach out to the leads promptly. Make sure to do follow-up attempts at other times, and also keep track of all the leads and their stage in their buyer journey to ensure a streamlined process, and also a process where you don't miss out on leads where they shouldn't have been missed out on. And if you're tired of paying agency retainers and you want to outsource your marketing on a performance-based model, then book a call with me and my team to get 20 guaranteed sits every single month on a paid per sit basis. You heard that right? So if you're interested in that, make sure to book in a call with me and my team. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and here's to your continued success in setting appointments in solar.